I'm Darlene, and welcome back to Super at 60. Welcome to my home and welcome to my kitchen. I'm so happy to have you all here today. Today is about a gadget, okay? It's about a kitchen gadget, and I have wanted this particular gadget for so many years, just so many years. And I just kept talking myself out of it. You know how you do that? You just think, I don't have the storage for it, or am I really going to use it, or is it going to be more expensive down the line to keep using it? And well, of course, those questions just haunted me all this time, and I just never did it. And then I thought, well, maybe now might be a good time to get one. And so we were out the other day, and there happened to be a new shipment come into this particular store. And I just stood there for the longest time, and I thought, I really want one. I really want one. I really want to do it. So I did. I bought it. I bit the bullet, and I just bought it. And I know that many of you have these and probably have had them for years and will have a lot of advice to give me. And that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this video, is because I'm so new to it. And I need your advice. I need you guys to give me advice as to things to watch out for, or things that I can use it for, excuse me, that maybe I hadn't even thought of. I also did buy an attachment to it, and I'll explain that to you in a second too. But here it is, right here. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Yes, I got a food saver. I did. I got a food saver, and I'm so excited. Yeah. Now you can have, there's so many different brands out there for these vacuum sealing type deals, but I did go for the food saver, mostly because it's the only one the store had that day. So I went with that one. And quite honestly, it's the only one that I was really familiar with and had heard about all these years. So it was no problem for me to go ahead and buy that and feel safe about it. So, okay. And the attachment I got is it's this little cord, and it will help you dry can things, in jars, and seal lids for a long time. Flour, I'm doing things like flour, sugar, rice, beans, pasta, salt, just things like that. Things that you can go ahead and put into jars, and it will be perfectly sealed for a long time. How long? I don't know. I hear tale of 5 years. I hear tale of, up to 10 years, things like that. I don't know. And I'm not really doing that. I'm not a prepper. I never was a prepper. Well, I was a prepper. I am a prepper in as much as I like to be prepared for things. It's like I always say, preparation, being prepared, it's my middle name. I labor over things. If I'm going to have a party, I prepare to the hilt on it. I just make sure that I have everything possible that I could possibly need. What could go wrong? If that goes wrong, how can I cover it? And, it's just the way my mind works. So being prepared is not a new way of life to me. It's what I've always done. So this food saver is just kind of a fun addition, but will probably end up helping me and my family and neighbors and friends in the end anyway. So why not? So come along with me today. I'm going to show you some of the things that I am using my food saver with. All right, here's my little box here, and I'm going to pull off as much as I think that I'm going to need here. That might be a little bit too much, but let me back it up just a little bit here. All right, I'm going to cut it off right here. This great little box has a little cutter that's already in it, so it just cuts it off right there like that. It's just perfect. And so I need to seal one end, because these are open on both ends here. I need to seal one end, and then I'm going to wrap up my first bundle of chicken. So come on over here, and I'll show you how I seal it. All right, I'm just going to take the one end here and put it down in this little well. It just has this little thing here. You can take it out and clean it or whatever. And you just kind of put it right down in here. This right here, this strip, this is the heating element. That's what's going to seal your bag. And, like I said, I know many of you guys have these things, but yeah, just let me know if I'm doing all this stuff right, basically. All right, I just want to seal it, so I'm going to press the seal button. This is the easiest. This is the least expensive food saver out there. I didn't want anything complicated because I am not a complicated girl. I need things simple, or I'm not going to use it. So far, this has proven to be very simple. And there's my seal. Can you see? See, like that? That's there. It's all sealed. All right, come back over and I'll show you the chicken. All right. Okay, so here's my bag. I'm gonna open it up, take my tongs. I'm gonna separate this into about 3 different bags. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and just put it in. trying to keep the lip of it as clean as I can. And I think this is just about enough chicken for some kind of chicken dish for Lou and I. Anything really. Chicken tacos. Usually, for me though, it's probably gonna be more like a chicken casserole because I make that stuff all the time. I just make it up as I go. And that is probably just about enough for a nice little casserole for Lou and I. All right, I'm gonna go back over now and I'm gonna seal it shut. And that is done. Let me go ahead and do the rest of the bags here while I have you. Cut that one, and I do plan to do 3, so I'll just cut a 3rd. Then I'm gonna go over and seal them, seal the bottoms, and I'll be right back. We'll pack them and we'll seal them up and we'll be done with chicken. All right, here goes the second bag of chicken. And I'm gonna wipe off probably around the edges of this bag before I seal it all. But it's kind of nice to know that I have all this chicken pre-done, pre-cooked, all ready to go. If I have more people coming over than I had originally intended, you know, like just for Lou and I, then I would, you know, obviously take both bags out, all 3 bags out if I have to. But at least I know they're done. It's gonna make things so nice and quick. This is a great time to, a great way to use this because you can go ahead and buy the chicken now while it's somewhat affordable before it goes up. If it goes up, I don't know what's gonna happen. I have no idea. I'm just taking care of today. That's all. All right, here's my 3 bags. And I think I've gotten them pretty even. Maybe this guy's a little bit more full than the other. Just even it out a little bit. Anyway, I'm gonna seal all 3 of these and I'm gonna have nice chicken all done. And it just took me a day and I still have stock that I get to do and my own fresh homemade stock. All right, I'm gonna take the first chicken bag here. Now, some people do recommend sealing it twice. For those of you who might have one of these, do you seal yours twice? I have not been. Maybe I should with the chicken though, I don't know. All right, let's go ahead and check it out. Vacuum seal. Woo-wee. Look at it just scrunching all that air out of there. I find that fascinating. I can't help it, I'm such a geek. All right, and now it's gone to the seal button. The little red button is on now. All 3 buttons are on. One is the power button, one is the vacuum seal button, one is the seal button. When they all go off, you can lift this right up and it should be done. But look, it's so nice and tight. I'm excited. I can't help it. I just wish I hadn't waited so long to buy something like this. It's kind of fun. All right, here we go. All right, I'm just gonna mark the date, 4/22, chicken, okay? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do this one more bag, and then I'll finish the rest of them. And then I'm gonna go get the stock, and I'm gonna show you how I do the stock. And there she goes. Oh, that is such a good feeling. All right, and now it's just gonna seal. All right, I will be back with the stocks and I'm gonna show you exactly what I did in order to prevent a mess happening in my brand new food saver. Okay, so as far as the stock goes, I made the stock, I let the stock cool, I put the stock in the refrigerator in pitchers, 2 tall pitchers, little plastic pitchers, and just let it cool overnight. In the morning, I skimmed off the stuff from the top, and I'll tell you what I did. I took some paper cups and I just filled them with the stock, just like that. I put them down in my freezer. I have 6 of them, just like this, and I let them get rock hard because you don't want to take liquid, put it in a bag, a food saver bag, and put it through the machine. The machine will just suck all that liquid out and you could end up, and most likely will end up with a terrible mess. It's just my experience. Again, this video is just Darlene's experience with her new food saver. Again, if I'm doing something wrong, please tell me. If I'm doing something right, please tell me. Just tell me something. So anyway, this is what I'm left with. This cold, hard block of wonderful homemade chicken stock. And I got those 3 bags of shredded chicken already done and ready to go. So now I think what I'm gonna do, and all I have to do, look at this, look how easy this is. I'm just gonna take a knife and just start a little cut right there, just like that. Where to go, where to go? Like right there. And I'm just gonna peel it. See? It just peels right off, just like that. All the way down. Just throw the wrapping away. And well, of course the first one came off really super easy. Now my hands are all greasy. But yeah, that'll come off perfectly. Just like the other one did. See? I didn't lie, I didn't. Hey, there you go. Oop. A nice cold hard block of stock almost down the front of my shirt. They're slippery. Okay, this is new. I'm doing this right new with you. I haven't done this before. I didn't even know how they were gonna come out of the cups. I wasn't quite sure. I don't know, I've never seen anybody do this, so I don't know. I know you guys are probably all wincing. I'm sorry. Bear with me. Oh my goodness, bear with me. Okay, so here I have my larger bags down here, and I'm gonna cut. Let's cut about that size. Sometimes it's hard to know what size to cut them. You don't want to cut them wrong, although you can still use them. But all right, I'm just gonna go over here and seal it, and I'll be right back. All right, the first thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and mark. I'm just gonna put the date, and I'm gonna put chicken and stock. That way I'll know. Sometimes it's easier to mark your bag first before you actually do what you're gonna do. All right, let me take you over here and show you how I'm going to try and bag these things. I hope I know what I'm doing. I hope I know what I'm doing. I say that an awful lot. Come on with me. All right, here's my bag, just like that. I'm gonna go ahead and throw in my sweet little blocks of stock, just like that. Maybe one that way, one that way. Whoops, and one this way. Is that gonna work? Oh my goodness, it's gonna work just perfectly. Perfectly, I'm so excited. All right, so now let's go ahead and take this, put it in our food saver. Yay! Make sure it's all nice and straight. Close it up. Wait for the power light to come on. There it is. Can you all see that? Where am I here? Let me move my camera a little bit. There it is. Oh, there's the power light. See, right there? And here's the vacuum seal. All right, here she goes. No liquid getting up in there. Nope. All right, is that gonna be okay? That could possibly be potentially a problem, but I don't know. You know, experiment. All right, and it's just gonna, it's sealing right now, getting it bags nice and hot, just takes a second. And ooh, I like that sound. All right, so there we go, it's all sealed. Look at that, it's just beautiful, I love it. And that's gonna go right back in my freezer, and no damage or no mess whatsoever was done. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the other 3, and I'll show you everything when I get back. All right, the last thing I'm going to show you is the little adapter pieces that I bought, the little additions here. This is for canning and securing your jars, just like you would. You just buy your canning jars just like you would anything else. And I'm just going to show you here. I have a large bag of rice. You know, we all buy these at Aldi, and I buy them quite often. I think I have about 3 of them. And so I'm just going to go ahead and show you what I do. I'm just gonna put them in my jar, just like that, with a little funnel. And this particular thing that I'm canning right now, this jar with rice in it, this I'm just gonna put in my pantry. Now, I normally would not feel the need to vacuum seal just to keep it in my pantry, but I'm just gonna do this for you guys. Excuse me, one second here. One thing that I do like to do, maybe for flavor, maybe I'm fooling myself, I don't know, bugginess or whatever, you know, I feel the need to put a bay leaf in. Yes. So I'm gonna take this and I'm just gonna pop a little bay leaf right there. Let's just put it right on the top there. Can't hurt anything, right? Just pop in a bay leaf. I do that with my flour too when I do the flour. All right, and then you just take your little seal, nice and clean. Make sure your jar is all clean, the seals are all clean, and dry, perfectly, completely dry. We're trying to get rid of the moisture that might be in here. And again, let me reiterate, I may not even know what I'm doing here. I don't know, but I do know that these things have worked for me, and I'm gonna recheck them in a month, 3 months, 6 months, and just see how things are working. So, all right, I'm gonna take you back over to the Food Saver, and I'll show you the little kit here of what to do for like canning with your jars. All right, you're gonna take this one end of the hose here, it's just this little rubber hose, and you stick it in the accessory port till it snaps. And you make sure that your lid is on there. And then you take the little accessory. This is for the small mouth, and I have a wide mouth as well. And I'm gonna put this right over this. They have a little reminder here right around the rim. Warning, this process is not a substitute for heat canning. Okay, please. I hope that we all know that. Maybe some of you don't. I will have to say, I did see one guy on YouTube that he actually canned steaming hot tomato sauce. I mean, it was just like running through the tube. It was all down here, and he actually, I couldn't get it. I mean, the comments were not very nice, I'll tell you that. All right, we want to go ahead and vacuum seal this now to make sure that my rice stays nice and fresh for a long time. Oh, first you gotta press the operate button. You wait for the power button to come on, and then there you go. It's just fun to think that all that air is being pushed right out of there. Okay, and now it's gonna seal. That little seal that works in, you know, your canning, when you're doing all that canning processing with water, or with the what's that other one? You know, the pressure canning on there. Okay, it's done already. Now listen for this. I want you to listen. Ah, see, that's the sound. That's the sound you want to hear. You know it's done. And then sometimes the little plastic thing comes off, the little rim in the middle. Actually, that's the first time that did that. And you just pick it up, give it a shake, and make sure that it's sealed. And it is sealed. And I go ahead and just take my ring. You don't have to, but in case that does happen to come off for some reason, at least the rim is there. Put the date and what it is. Of course, you probably, that's like a duh. It's a no duh moment. And I'm gonna take my hose out here and turn her off. Okay, well, we are done with the Food Saver Day. I had so much fun. I'm so sorry I waited so long to buy this machine, because it brings me joy. Kind of like a new cookbook. Yeah, it brings me joy. So anyway, today, in the little time we spent today, we packaged up 3 already cooked shredded chickens. And when I was preparing that, I went ahead and make a yummy, delicious stock, chicken stock, out of that chicken and the skin and the bones and all that good stuff. So that's all ready to go down in my freezer. The chicken is ready to go down in my freezer. Another thing that you can do is just take, like, you know, from your freezer department at the grocery stores, take the bags. This is, you know, red bunch of chopped up peppers and onions. Sometimes I find if I just throw these into my freezer, they get hard and freeze and ice in there, and just a lot of freezer burn. It's just a mess sometimes. I can't use it up fast enough. So you can just take the original bag. I just stab it a couple times with a knife or with the tip of a clean scissor so that the air can come out. And then I also vacuum seal these as well, date them, and toss them right into my freezer as well. So just another thing to throw in there for you to think about, stuff you can vacuum seal. Canned quotes. We vacuum sealed some rice, and if you buy one of those great big 25 pounds of rice, God bless you. I don't know if I could even pick the sucker up. Yeah, you might want to do something like this, or, you know, I'm sure you probably already do. I don't know. And I did some brown sugar. Yep, and this is a quart jar, so I packed some brown sugar in here to stay nice and soft. And also I did some flour. I did a bunch of flour. So yeah, I can just put that right on my shelf and I'm good to go. Oh, I just feel so thrifty today. My goodness gracious. What else? I'll just look around my house now. What else can I vacuum seal? Look out, house, because here I come. I'm dangerous with this thing. I'm dangerous. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I had such a good time, and I'm so glad you guys were here. Please leave me a comment below and let me know if you have a food saver and what you do with it, what kind of fun you have with it, the kind of things that you like to seal with yours, any tips and tricks. We would all like to know. You won't be leaving just a comment for me. You'll be leaving a comment for all our friends out there. So, yeah, do that for me. I would just so much appreciate that. I love all you guys. You know that I do. I love to answer your comments. I love to see your comments. You truly, truly bring me joy. Thanks again. I'll see you soon. Lord bless.